Tony used to row at Cambridge, so he was a keen oarsman, and I was brought up in Chester on the River Dee. So there was always water, and this area in particular, because Tony rowed at Henley Royal Quetta. Every year we'd come, it's not from the 1970s, wasn't it? And it was like being on holiday. You just got this buzz as you drove down the hill into Henley, and that was our dream, actually, to live on the river.
This site has the most beautiful sort of flow, goes round it. And I'm sitting here looking due south, shaded, and the water's just reflecting the light up at me. Beautiful. Always the site tells you what to do, and it starts with the sun. The house is lined on the cardinal points, so it's perfectly east-west. So the long side, the south side, faces the river. The river curves around it and flowing. So it's the idea of the linear against the curvy, man against nature. I wanted it to be abstract, so we made this very simple linear form. We're in a floodplain, so we're up on stilts. They're quite narrow steel columns. The whole house is a steel frame. So we reduced the footprint from what was here, which was a house, to almost nothing, thereby helping the flood to dissipate quicker. Because it's so long and linear, I did not want it to be a box. I'm not into boxes. And I know that houses are made of bits, so one end of this house is the living room where I'm sitting. Then there's courtyard, which breaks it. Then it's the private bits, bathrooms and bedrooms, studies. And there's also a guest room, which is like a full stop on the back of it. So I like that idea. It's an assembly of things in very simple forms. So my favourite bit is always walking in the door and seeing the courtyard and the dog running around upstairs.
Because the house is on stilts and we're in a floodplain, and you're high above the ground, you're almost in the trees, and you could see the water going by, and you can see the birds. I mean, I'm looking at it now, the birds and the wildlife. There's something really magical and dreamy about being here that I don't want to go anywhere else. I just want to stay here. And because we're high up, we get this lovely light coming through.
There's something about being next to moving water that's possibly a bit primitive. It's very, very soothing. You've got the same piece of river, and yet every few seconds something about it is changing. And I don't know whether that goes deep into the psyche or not, but we absolutely adore it.